Buster.
Red bull, red bull. Red bull.
Here we go, we're live. Look, that's Blue. Yeah, good boy. Yes, you look on the telly. Hey, no, the book. The old foldy thing with pages in.
A bull piece.
Hi, Chris, how you doing?
Red bull piece.
Oh, show everybody what you got. Got a pack of cards. It's going to be poker sharp. So it's just gone 8 o'clock. So anybody who's out there in YouTube land and clicking on and watching, hello and welcome to Thursday, the 27th of January 2022 live stream. This will be the last Thursday live stream. We're going to switch to a Wednesday after tonight because you may notice Conan and Tyson are not here tonight, and that's because we've finally got them into Scouts. So they're all off doing woggly things and stuff like that. So learning a bit. It's where I first started with things bushcraft related, and it's the same troop as well, which is amazing all these years later on. Really pleased to get them in there. Leighton's going to win the World Series of Poker for me, aren't you, mate? You're going to look after me in my old age? Good lad. Buy me a bigger tart. So, went away this week. It was supposed to be a 2-day thing, but I couldn't make the 2 days. Had a day with Surviving Minds down in Dorset. Now, anybody watching this, you Google Surviving Mind Foundation, and I will put the link below. They're a really awesome couple of guys, ex-military guys and ex-ambulance service. They're real good. One of them is a former survival instructor with the army. We used to teach all the special forces, all this high-end survival stuff. And the other guy I know from work, he's a real top-end bloke as well. Former paramedic, former military guy. They aim their offering at emergency services type people, NHS at the moment. Yeah, they are. They're really awesome. Really good. I can't fault them. And not only that, they put a good scoff on for the lunches as well. So I was going to bash her up there, but I couldn't do the second day, which is a bit of a shame. Other stuff going on. So we've been moving on a little bit with the leather working. It's cards, yeah. You're not getting them out because you spread 2 packets all over the floor. I don't know if the camera picks that very well, but I've been embossing the boys' names on their sheaths. Oops, I made a nice little axe head cover there. It's not designed to go on the belt, it's just designed to protect the other kit when that's stuck in the side of the bergan where I keep it. And you know, if you're walking through public places with that attached to your kit, it looks that little bit less lunatic in the woods if your axe is covered up. Kit I was carrying with me because I was planning on bashing up down there. I've got the wee head torch there. That's a Maximus head torch. I'll put the link for that in the description below for anybody watching. It's a really good bit of kit. It's really bright and it's got the several settings, the flash and all that business. Top tip, what I always do to protect your batteries, because these things have a nasty habit are getting turned on in your kit, and you will come to need it, and there will be no batteries left. So just turn all the batteries the same way around. So you see I've got all positive terminals towards the one end there. When you want to use it, you turn the middle one back to how it should be, and you've got life in your batteries, regardless of how many times the kids have been in your kit and pressed the button, or you've moved kit around and inadvertently pressed the button. Everything fits as it should, still waterproof, and it keeps your batteries there for when you need them. Some of the things we're going to be doing reviews on as the weather warms up. We've got the DD travel hammock bivvy there. That is a really good bit of kit. I've used it before, but we've not done a video on it, so we're going to do that. We have, what else have we got here? Just my DOS bag under blanket for the hammock setup. So I have these Wayfarer type campy meals. We'll do a bit of review on them for those who haven't. Yeah, wow. It's good scoff, Mr. Eight Bellies, isn't it? It's they are a real good scoff. They're quite high calorie content, so you don't want to eat them unless you're messing about out in the field. We have the kit I take on my belt. Yeah, another home leather crafted sheath.
Nice.
Yeah, that's nice, is it? Thank you. And my wee fire starting kit there. In there, I've got my wire saw and my DC4 sharpener as well. I've got the new steel I bought because I quite like the look of it. This one I like because you can get your hands in it and your knuckles are out the way. Ideal for teaching the kids, because this way they're not going to skin the knuckles against the flint, because that could be a little bit painful, a little bit off-putting. If you can't see it, don't worry about it, mate. In there as well, I keep the old DC4 sharpener. That's a really handy bit of kit to carry with you. We got a little bit of char cloth, a little bit of fat wood. Just a few different options, and of course the flint filled with the steel.
Wow!
It's probably a bigger chunk than most people carry, but when I'm teaching the kids, they don't quite get the idea that you just graze the flint and they wind up knocking the heck out of it. So, you know, it uses a little bit more than potentially we would otherwise. There's a bit of birch bark in there, the wire saw, and a few other odds and sods. Fire cakes a lot of the time as well. Now, how am I supposed to get stuff out of that bergan while you're kneeling on it? Pull something out, we'll talk about it. The old shemag. That's a lifesaver. For those who haven't used the shemag before, if you're going out in the cold, the wet, and the windy, that is an excellent bit of kit. It will keep you from freezing like the balls hanging out the pawnbrokers. Are you going for some juice?
No.
No? Okay.
Wow.
We've got the old gaiters. Again, really handy when the weather's a bit inclement. You don't want to get your socks wet sooner than you have to. And let's face it, this is about being as comfortable as we can out in the cuds and making the most of the weather. Yeah, it's just a bit of silver foil, mate. We don't need that.
What's in there?
That's just kitchen roll.
Oh.
We don't need that either. Have a look in the side pouches, see what's in there.
Okay.
Side pouches.
Oh.
Yes, that one. Perfect.
This is weird.
That's it. We've got the DD hammocks again. This is the 4x4 camouflage pattern tarp. It's quite a large one, but then again there is another couple of us.
Wow.
A good, not too expensive everyday carry knife. Do you mean UK legal? No, stop it, because you're knocking the computer, mate.
Yeah.
So this is my go-to. It's big enough to get all the kids under and out of the weather. I've already put my own paracord ties on it. We're going to be doing a review of that as the season goes on. The old aluminium tripod you've seen in a couple of movies couple of kit reviews before. I'm going to be trying out this antler bearing joint for friction firelighting. Yeah, UK legal. What I tend to carry is the little bird made by Spyderco. They are Chinese made. You can open it with one hand and close it with the same hand. Now you'll see this nice little furled piece just under the blade. If you're holding it like that, like a lot of people say a non-locking knife is a dangerous knife because it'll close on your fingers, you can push on that all day. You are not going to push the blade closed on your fingers. Spyderco stuff is a little bit on the expensive side, depending where you get it from, but it's well worth it. The blade does hold an edge really well. And as you can see, it's closed up without any force. There's no locking mechanism on that. This blade is just under 3 inches long. I was watching a video from the Black Belt Barrister earlier today, and they now do another knife that's marketed. It's the, what is it they call it? It is a little bird design, but it's marketed as the UK knife. So it is dead on 3 inches. Again, it's razor sharp out the box. And the same design as this. It's got the pocket or belt clip. Personally, I keep the knife when I'm carrying it inside the pocket, but clipped onto the outside, so I know where I can get to it. But it's not so in your face, and people don't get the wrong idea. I can't fault that knife. I've used it for battening. I've used it for prizing bark off silver birch for fire lighting. Are you having a sing, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you having fun?
Yeah.
You enjoying it? And again, yeah, both this one and the UK one. Have a look at the Black Belt Barrister's page, and they'll be able to show you. This one's under 3 inches. That one's dead on 3 inches. And the 3 inches, this is important. Like, can you sit still for just a second? The 3 inches on the other one is from where it meets the handle to the tip of the blade. Okay. So there has been test cases, and that's on another one of his videos. There have been test cases where people have been out with a butter knife, and because it's over Daddy, 3 inches, even though it's non-sharpened, yay, you got the antler.
Yeah.
Even though it's non-sharpened edge, it still counts as blade length. So that particular person with the butter knife was talked to very sternly, shall we say. The steel is good enough. I use that knurled area at the back of the blade for striking a fire steel, a ferro rod. Leighton, stop banging on that, because you're going to break that, or you're going to break that. That is antler.
Oh, wow.
It comes off a deer's head. When the deer has it, it's like that.
Wow.
Yeah. But the deer didn't need it anymore because he was nicely thinly sliced into steaks. What have you found? That's just tent pegs, mate. Spare tent pegs, spare everything, because I take the kids out. There's another couple of bits. We have a Lansky set somewhere, and when I find it, the rest of it, I'll be doing a test on that, but I just carry a couple of bits of it around with me in the bergan, just extra saw, extra sharpening kit. It's well worth a look, mate. They're not the cheapest in the world, but they are good. If you can find an Up&L as well, they do. I think the number 1 or 2, I think it is. If you can find one of them without the locking ring, they're UK legal as well. And of course, there's Swiss Army knife variants that don't lock. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why? We've not done anything with it yet.
Yeah.
Another one I've got in my kit for some reason is what I always used to take sailing with me. Yeah, it is a locking knife, so it's not everyday carry legal. But it's got that nice serrated edge and the safety tip, so you're not going to be stabbing anybody. But this can save lives when you're out on the boats. The amount of dinghies that go over and people get caught in the rigging, you need a good sharp knife to get them out of the way. Pretty damn sweet. Yeah, can you grab the first aid kit bag as well? Which should be in this one, I think. Connor's being my useful helper today. So we've got the first aid kit and the bergan at all times as well. And there's some first aid stuff in the top there. I carry a cat tourniquet because you just never know. I'd rather carry it and not need it than not have it there. I know, that's what I'm telling you to get out. And this is, I forget where I got this one from, but it's a really useful bag. It opens up, got loads of gear in there. Not that he comes out, no, don't mess. I've got super glue there, medical super glue for wound closures.
Wow.
Try and get it so the camera can see it. There we go. Don't want that one just yet, mate. Yeah, wow. We got the old glucometer and the my dad's diabetic, so keep that stuff in the kit at all times anyway, because you know, you just never know. Another tourniquet for cannulating, various bits of medical tape, cannulas, dressings, all the usual stuff. Of course, because people out there, if you come across somebody who needs first aid or any kind of attention, a couple of pairs of gloves, because people are dirty, horrible, minging petri dishes of who knows what. Not everybody lives the way we do they? And we've got to be careful of getting ourselves infected, especially in these days of COVID and all the bloodborne pathogens that are out there. Various bits of Normasol and fluids and dressings and plasters and basically everything I can fit in there that is going to make my life easier looking after my kids out in the cuds if I need to. Again, that's one of them bits of kit that takes up quite a bit of space. I would rather never have to use. Another bit of kit that always lives in the bergan, doesn't matter where we're going, what we're doing, is the old survival bag. Now, being out and about, and in my early years, I was caught out in Snowdonia. The weather can close in really quickly. If somebody starts going down with hypothermia, you get them in one of these that are a lot tougher than the foil blankets. I've got one of them in the med kit, but these are a lot tougher. You can get a couple of people in there as a push, share body heat. Can save your life. They're bright orange as well, which helps if you're lost out in the wilds and somebody's looking for you. Really good bit of kit. Again, this is one of these things I've never had to use. It's never been out the package, but I carry it anyway. Pack of tissues out the ration packs. Ideal. That's been in there for about 5 years. Can you stop making a noise? I know you made a hole in it now. I'll have to buy a new box to box your ears. Ration pack tissues, ideal out the British Forces 24-hour ration pack. Yep. It does what it says on the tin. Never really need them because you carry other stuff. This is a lifesaver. Brew kit. Always lifts morale. If the weather comes in, gets a bit messy, a bit cold, a bit windy, a bit wet. That's a funny face. Get the old brew on the go. Get the kettle going. And you can soon lift morale. What's next? Okay, for the first aid kit again, trauma dressing. You never know what's going to happen out there. Again, this has been in my kit now for about 5 years. Never opened it. Never want to. But I've got it if I need it. Gun oil. I always keep a little bit of that around. If I'm doing any knife maintenance or using the knife heavily, the weather's a bit manky, I put a bit of oil on the blade. I shoot, so I happen to have gun oil. Any 3-in-1 will do, just to protect your kit. Another Wayfarer meal there, chili con carne. This I find a useful bit of kit. It's a hanger. Oh yeah, the old medical shears. Perfect for cutting away. You know, you've got to assess injuries. You've got to cut away there, and you've got to get access to it. You've got to expose the limb or where the injury is. Chris, I know I'm talking to the converted. I'm preaching to the choir. But having a proper set of these in your kit. Oh, thank you. Having a proper set of these in your kit is vital. I know after 9/11, there was a lot of stuff went around the first aid community about not having sharp things in first aid kits because of things like the hijacking. Well, the blokes on them aircraft who went, "Hey Shank, how you doing? Nice to see you on, mate." The guys who went around them aircraft cutting throats were carrying Stanley knives that they took on there with them, not a set of bloody medical shears. Now you've got, thank you, you've got to be able to access that wound site, that injury area, to assess and treat. So let's not mess about. You can be there all day. You'd have to stupefy someone, thank you, mate, before you did any damage with one of them. And they will cut through a flight suit. They'll cut through work boots. Some models will cut through a penny. Yeah, these were cheapy ones we got issued NHS-wise, so I doubt they'd cut through a penny. Where was I? Yeah, this is a hangover from the military days. Can be handy. I got some water puritabs in there. I said it was a hangover. My battlefield state aid memoir. Oh man, I've not had this open in years. What was there? Yeah, guidance on use of force. Yeah. Oh wow, is that heavy?
Yeah.
CAS report forms.
Dad.
Cold injury cards. Thank you, mate. Heat stress cards. Christ, this stuff's from when I was in Bosnia. I'm my FMT 600. I can go and pitch a Land Rover and drive it.
I know we had.
Oh, I've not had this open in years. It's just sat there in the Bergen, minding its own business. I've just come across it now. That's mad. What a blast from the past. What I do carry it for, oh thank you, bit of kitchen towel. What I do carry it for is the kids have been in here, I guess they've had the old thermal blanket out, playing Christmas turkeys or whatever. So the old waterproof notepad.
Daddy, a board. Daddy,
That's a bit of board, mate, thank you. So it's been in there quite some time. In fact, the last time I think I used that, I was working on the boats because there's a lot of measurements there that wouldn't pertain to anything else. Coaching aid memoir for shooting disciplines. Thank you, mate. We don't really want them.
That's something Butch found.
So, map measurer. Bit of lip balm. Very, very useful in firelighting. Got various stubs of pencils in there. All the pencils you'll find in my kit are sharpened at both ends. Yeah. Oh, thank you. We've done that one.
We've done that. We've done this one.
Sharpened at both ends. That way you break one. You've always got another end to go to.
That's what I do in school, and my teachers tell me off.
Well, in school it's different, isn't it?
Daddy. Dad.
Yeah. That's a blast from the past. That is a split pin off an exhaust from a 3.5 kVA generator on a radio relay truck. Good boy. So yeah, there's a couple of little surprises were in that little package there. I'll pop it all back in. Them map measurers can be really useful. We've all done it before with bits of string and such. You're noisy.
No, Leighton, leave the axe alone.
Well done. Axing him to stop it. Good lad. And yeah.
Dad,
what?
Can I ask you a question?
You can ask me a question all you like. I'll pop that back in there until I get a chance to replace it. Laddie kids.
That's all there is. Hey, Dad, there is one more thing. Well, some more.
What else have you got in there? Oh. Whoops. Bits of spare paracord, guy ropes.
Hello.
Oh, thank you. Spare pen. A magnifying glass, as we all know, can be used in firelighting
Mhm.
when all other options fail. We have the char cloth making tin as well, which has got a bit dinged up, so I may have to replace it. I think the newness has worn off on this one. What else you found, buddy?
Nothing. Can I check in this bit?
There's nothing in there apart from the frame of the Bergan, mate. Nothing in the side pouches?
Nope, got everything.
I mean, apart from that?
Yes. Wow. And apart from this.
Right. As always, full bottle of water, something to brew up in. I do like this Kelly kettle. We did a review of this a while ago. It's got the handles on the side.
Daddy, Dado.
Thank you. The handles on the back so you can use it as a mug. It's all nicely rolled steel. Oh, thank you. Another one there. It's got markings up to 700 ml. And I think filled up you could do a litre, maybe 1.2.
Daddy, Dado.
It does.
Daddy,
Oh, thank you. Another bit of spare paracord. Leighton keeps finding everything on its dog. You can see the filter holes there. Now, making filter coffee in this, I just pour the coffee in, pour the water in, boil it all away. Thanks, Chris. Brilliant. What I like to do with this, and I took some down for the guys at Surviving Minds earlier in the week. We've done that one, thank you. For the guys at Surviving Minds, I took some of the coffee from No Duff UK down as a gift for them. Let them enjoy it and do a bit of networking between the different organisations. What I like with these packages, they're the perfect size for the Kelly kettle like this. And again, I'll put the link below if anybody's interested. And it fits nicely in there. Pop the lid on. We're good to go. Personally, I don't take sugar, milk, anything like that, so I'm happy with that, you know, bottle of water. My take on the Ukraine shank, yeah, I think it's a load of saber rattling and a load of nonsense, to be honest. You know, we've been here so many times before. The Russians are entitled to move troops around in their own borders, same as we are, same as we do. And all the active edge exercises we had all over Germany during the Cold War, you know, they always saber rattled to that and made a noise about it, all the rest of it, claiming it was aggressive and Western aggression, all of this nonsense. You know, we've had all of this before so many times. Now, the chances of two major powers going to an actual shooting war are between slim and none, even with a lunatic like Sleepy Joe in charge over there. Yeah, he's more interested in going around sniffing teenagers, isn't he? But he has said, should Russia invade Ukraine, the American forces will withdraw in a disorganised manner and leave about £84 billion worth of weapons behind. Yeah, that's my take on it anyway, mate. I think it's all me arse, to be honest. One thing Leighton was just leaning on, I forgot about that I do keep in the kit. It's aimed at barbecues. I forget where I got it from. But that can be a real saver for you. You know, when you're doing stuff over the campfire, you've got your eye on the kids more than what you're doing. Save you a few blisters and a bit of skin. You're noisy. Save you a few blisters when you're messing with the hot stuff. So that's pretty much the basics of what I carry all the time when we're going out and about. So just for interest, really. So we will be doing kit reviews over some of the stuff as time goes on. Of course, the other thing with Ukraine, part of what kicked all this off is years back when it all started. I don't know if you remember, the Russians were moving some troops down to the Black Sea, down to the port there. And everybody internationally made such a big deal out of it. but it was in the treaty that was in existence at the time that they could do that, and they acted within the organised treaties that were in place. Everybody got their arse in their hands about it. Putin happens to be a strong leader. Yes, he harks back to the times of the USSR and the Soviet bear and all that business. He will do. He was Spetsnaz, one of he was one of these lunatics who goes around pulling bears' teeth with cavities out with his bare fingers, all that business. What, mate?
Can I try 2 of these?
No, you can't try 2 of those because they're tea bags, mate. And they will be minging.
Oh.
That's brew kit.
Didn't but I like mostly.
What?
That powder.
Doing as you told and making me cuppers.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, everybody got their arse in their hands. It's just that he didn't back down. And, if the rest of us in the world had leaders, and I use the term loosely, with that sort of backbone, we'd be in a better place probably. I think, anyway. Try and stay away from religion and politics, but yeah, that's for the stairs, so Grandad didn't go ass over tit. So that's where we are with that. So this is where Connor leads Leighton back into for an hour now.
Don't you have to pick up Conan and Tyson?
I do have to pick up Conan and Tyson, yeah, but there's no point me going and picking Conan and Tyson up. Stop winding him up. Don't. There's no point me picking Conan and Tyson up until they finish, is there?
No.
No. Dink.
Do you have a hammer somewhere?
Rory for PM, yeah, I think not. I think the one thing that should preclude people from being politicians is the desire to be one. They're all self-serving, trough-guzzling lowlifes, and show me one that isn't.
Well, I am standing here.
Okay. Right. Can you not have him screeching, please? Oh, I can see you. So is that as to carry it on as a franchise, Shank, or is it are they doing something new altogether with it? What are they doing?
What?
Of course, these gloves are not only handy for keeping you safe, they're quite stretchy, and you can do that. Get out of it.
Yes.
Yep, like that.
Me try.
You try.
Me try.
He wants to try, Connor. Give him the blabbing glove. Let him try.
Wow.
What? What are you after? Is it that?
No. Should not have given me the glove.
Right, stop it now, mate. Oh, they're carrying it on. Fair play.
I'm not done.
I did get the boys a PS5 for Christmas, so I'll have to sort out some training games like that for them. So this weekend we're going to be out with the bow and arrow again, doing a bit of target practice and see what else we get. Don't blow the gloves up your dime bar. Nobody wants it full of your breath.
I'm trying to get these bits.
Why? Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, yeah, why not? If you've got the space to put chickens in, do it, mate. I did when we had space up in, down in Ivy Bridge. My folks have chickens here and ducks as well. You know, if you get yourself an incubator, some of them can be fairly reasonably priced now. Can you stop arsing about?
I just want the stove on the side.
Why?
So I can.
Well, he's going to follow you back and two as he has been doing, isn't he? You're a wind-up merchant, Connor. Aren't you?
No.
Yes, he bloody is. So what are you planning, Dean? Are you doing meat chickens or egg chickens, or trying to get something multi-purpose that's truly multi-purpose? Oh, you found the tins again, have you? Yeah. It's like hot fuzz around here. You're saying anything to these, it's yarp. Yarp.
Dad,
What,
can I
mate?
try flint knapping?
Not with my knife sharp, no. We need a bit of antler for the hammer before we can try the flint knapping in any kind of sensible way.
Because I will try it again because I could do it really good. Hi.
Interestingly, they make, as a pet that feeds you, mate. That's what it's all about.
Can you just stay one side, please?
Interestingly enough, I know you can. Wow. You can nap the flint and make arrowheads and all the rest of the business. One of the people at the Surviving Mines Day earlier in the week turned up and they managed to get a piece stuck through their tyre. So even if it's natural form, they can still be spiky.
What's that?
Right, that's a hacksaw blade, buddy. We used that for making the strikers for the ferro rods. Do you remember? You remember?
Yeah.
No, you don't, you fibbing sod. We'll get some stuff packed back away while we're talking, because otherwise I'll forget all about it. Don't.
Daddy, I don't.
Yeah, I've only got 2 hands, buddy.
Hands.
See? How many's that? 1, 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'll tell you what, though, thinking as a pet, you look a bit daft walking around London with one of them on a lead, wouldn't you?
Oh, really?
There we go. What we'll do
Is Dad. And Dad.
What we'll do. There we go, Connor the Terrapin.
If you want to try, okay? Ready?
Whoa. Yeah, let me do it.
Wait, and I just knocked over.
If you lot bust all them tins, I'll not be able to use them, will I? No. There you go. Go show Morgie. It's okay, there you go, look. Go show Morgie. Okay. Everyone's a critic. Yeah, true enough. Yeah. Don't start.
Hey, look, your toe is stuck in here. No. You don't want me to do it?
He doesn't, does he? You know he doesn't, because he keeps kicking off. So please stop winding him up. Whew, I can feel a bevy coming on. I wonder how much of this is left. Oh, we've got some sunny wipes in there as well.
No. Poo.
Sugar-free dental chewing gum ration pack. I'm not sure it's supposed to be semi-liquid. I think I may have to go through my kit and modernize some of it. Yeah, I think that can go in the fire. That's quite enough of that. The sugar's gone manky as well. that apparently was creamer once.
Daddy.
What, mate? Oh, wow! You going on patrols?
I can't feel your head.
Yeah, a lot of this is stuck together now. Yeah. I'm looking forward to hearing how they enjoyed it. I've been trying to get them in for a while, but as you know, Connor's been in Cubs for a bit now. We just got him his uniform last week because he decided he likes it. He's staying, but we didn't hear anything back for the other two. But took them over there tonight to have a look, and yeah, they're open. $25.99, Dean. That doesn't sound bad. Connor, get up and stop winding him up.
What was that? Ow.
Nothing's out. Don't be silly. Right, Connor,
Yeah.
stand up and stay still because you're backing and toeing. He's following you and getting wound up. Or go through in the living room. It's up to you. That is a reflector bag. Oh, where the hell was I? Yeah, Scouts. Yeah, like I say, I started in Scouts many moons ago. It gave me a love of the outdoors and camping and all the rest of the business. And the fact that they've made it in there now, I'm made up.
Wow.
That's 3 of them doing extracurricular stuff now.
Something.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, he's about that age now, isn't he? Yeah. Tell him I said well done.
Daddy.
Wow.
Me.
What do you want to do? Like that? Wow, look at you. Come back, kid.
He looks like he's in the olden days.
Yeah.
Hello.
Is it rifles out your way, mate? Well,
Wow.
wow.
Hand done.
Go see Morgie. Tell us what your butt out should be well made up. You're due a nappy change, aren't you? Do not mess with that. I need it.
Pop.
No.
Pop.
No.
Pop.
Don't be a pranny.
More like a granny.
Yeah, rifles.
No. Yes.
So, how long's he been doing that now, Chris?
I'll show you something cool. Do you want to laugh? Talking about rifles, you've got a rifle there, I think.
I know I have.
Is it actually a rifle?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was a different gun.
Well, wow! A rifle doesn't refer to the length of it. A rifle is the rifling in the barrel, which is the groove that runs round and gives the bullet the spin as it leaves the barrel. And that's what makes rifles accurate. Because before rifles, it was all smooth bore, which means there's no groove down inside it. And so people would be in battle shooting rounds down range and they'd be going off in all kinds of directions because they wouldn't have that same accuracy. Oh, you learn something new every day.
And I know that rifles have a little stand bit.
Not all of them.
Only that one.
That one hasn't.
Hey, and what about that bit where you can pull it back?
What bit where you can pull it
Look.
back? Oh, do you mean the lever? Right.
Yeah.
That's not a stand, mate.
No.
That's an under lever. You see it clips in there?
Mm.
Now, to break this one, a lot of them are break barrel, which means you pull that barrel all the way down till it clicks. This one's an under lever. So you click that off, pull it down. You see the piston going back?
Yeah.
When it locks open, you put the pellet in there,
Daddy.
close it back up, and it's ready to fire.
Whoa.
Okay? That's just a little red dot scope. It needs a new battery. That's why it's out. So You brake, you pull, you click it into place. I'm not going to do it because if you dry fire an air gun, it doesn't do the seals any good. So when it's broke open, you put the pellet in, you return that to the lock position. It's ready to go then. Okay.
Can I look through the scope?
You won't see much through it because, like I say, it needs a new battery.
Wow.
Well, that's how you get scope eye. Not with an air gun, but anything bigger. It's a little bit big for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I can see a little white dot. Well, a blue dot.
I can see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango?
Oh.
There you go. And that's your sling. So you can keep it over your shoulder, out of the way.
Who is the orange one? Like, who's that? The orange one.
Since October, brilliant. Is he enjoying it? Sam Major yet?
Yeah, black.
It's a rock, yeah.
Sandstone.
It is, you're right.
I can tell by the feel. Daddy, and me.
Wow. You look smart. Smart as a carrot. Good lad, aren't you? Shall I put that down so you can be seen a bit? Oh. And oh.
Dad.
Yes, mate.
That's my Stone Age. What? Poof.
That's the work computer. Don't you mess with that. Yeah, that's why it's got a password. So you don't do silly things. Don't nosy. Okay, looking at the time, it's now just gone 9:15. I've got to pick the boys up at 9, so I need to end the live stream at this point. Thanks for coming on, Chris. Thanks for coming on, Dean.
Daddy.
Lovely to speak to you both. What, mate?
Daddy.
Yeah, that's a bit... No, stop it.
Daddy.
It's Antler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I've got to get my shit in a sock. I've got to go and pick the boys up from Sprouts. Just a reminder for everybody, family-friendly bushcraft live streams are now switching to a Wednesday night because the kids have got other commitments. We've got Connering Cubs on a Monday. Good night, Dean. Cheers, Chris. Say hello to your respective families for me and much love and all that business. Yeah, for anybody watching who needs a reminder, family-friendly bushcraft live streams will be switching to a Wednesday night from now on because of the Cubs, the Scouts, the football, all that business that kids do. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for the questions, making it a good broadcast. We'll see you hopefully all next week. Take it easy and walk safe.